The Sustainable Apparel Coalition is a multi-stakeholder initiative comprised of over 200 members. We have leading brands, retailers, manufacturers, NGOs, academics, and government organizations all working together to create a more sustainable apparel industry. And the main thing that we do is we create a tool called the Higg Index, which measures brands, which measures factories, which measures materials, and which measures products. And we use this to enable decision makers up and down the value chain and ultimately consumers to make better decisions about all of the things that make fashion or that use fashion. So the Higg Index looks through three different lenses. It looks at all of the decisions that a brand or a retailer would use to influence product sustainability. Everything from design to end of use. And end of use is, of course, and design are, of course, two areas that are critical for the Fashion for Good Center. And we also look through the lens of the manufacturer and the facility, looking at everything from energy, water, waste, chemistry use, and social and labor impact to understand how well a facility is doing in making more sustainable products. Finally, we look through the lens of the product itself, primarily at materials, but other critical attributes such as how long is the product designed to be used for, can it be disassembled and reused and recycled when it is done, and other product-specific attributes that really determine product sustainability. These three lenses are really what make up the Higg Index, and ultimately we want to use this information, synthesize it to communicate the overall sustainability of products to consumers and all stakeholders. So the Sustainable Apparel Coalition, we measure the impact of the whole apparel and footwear industry. And what we know is that in this industry, that end of life and recyclability, all of the things required for circularity are really lacking. We need to see new innovations, new investments, and a huge amount of energy so that we can actually transition the apparel industry into a circular industry. Fashion for Good is really the first time that we've figured out how we can scale innovation in the apparel and footwear industry to actually get to circularity. And so what we see is the possibility of taking these innovations that sometimes are just starting out, they might just be a startup or an idea in someone's head, and bringing them up to scale so that they actually can be implemented across some of the largest brands or manufacturers or retailers in the world. The 5 goods are a great framework for explaining sustainability to people that maybe have never thought about it before. And it's a very simple way to get customers, to get consumers, to get policymakers to understand what's actually needed to change in the fashion industry. I'm really excited to be working with the Fashion for Good Center, and the Sustainable Apparel Coalition is essentially excited to take some of these innovations and these ideas that come out of the center towards creating a more circular fashion system and bringing them to scale. And so we're really excited for this partnership. We've worked with some of the lead players in building the Fashion for Good Center already for many years, and we look forward to building something new together to help bring these innovations out into the apparel and footwear industry.